Hello and welcome to this English learning video. Today, we're going to spend the whole day together in the city. We will practice English using the shadowing technique. Shadowing is a method where you listen, repeat, and copy the speaker. Copy their voice, speed, and emotion. Remember to pause after each sentence and repeat it exactly. Are you ready? Let's begin. Morning at home. My name is Anna. I am 22 years old. I live in a small town, but today I am visiting the big city. I woke up early in the morning. The sun was shining through my window. I stretched and yawned. I checked my phone. There was a message from my friend Sarah. She said, "Anna, I am waiting for you at the city center. Please come by 9 a.m." I quickly got out of bed. I put on my favorite jeans and a blue jacket. I grabbed my backpack. Inside, I put my notebook, water bottle, and my phone. I said goodbye to my mom. "Mom, I am going to the city today. I will be back tonight." She smiled and said, "Be careful, Anna, and enjoy your day." I walked to the bus stop. The air was fresh. I could hear birds singing. I saw people walking their dogs. Some kids were playing on the grass. The bus arrived. I got on and paid for my ticket. I found a seat by the window. The bus started moving. I looked outside. The buildings were getting taller and taller. The streets were busy. Cars honked and people walked fast. I practiced English in my mind. "Good morning. How are you? I am going to the city center." Arriving in the city. Finally, the bus stopped. I got off and felt excited. The city was big and full of people. I walked carefully on the crowded sidewalk. I kept my backpack close to me. I saw street performers playing music. I stopped for a moment and listened. "Hello," a man said. He was selling newspapers. I smiled and said, "Good morning." I started walking to the city center. My friend Sarah was waiting near the fountain. She waved at me. I waved back. "Hi, Anna," she shouted. "Hi, Sarah," I answered. We started walking together. I asked her, "Where should we go first?" She said, "Let's start with the market. We can buy some snacks and practice English with people." At the city market. The market was very busy. There were colorful stalls with fruits, vegetables, and handmade crafts. The smell of fresh bread was everywhere. I could hear people talking in English. I turned to Sarah. "Sarah, let's practice shadowing with them." We walked to a fruit stall. "Hello, can I help you?" the seller asked. I repeated after him silently. "Hello, can I help you?" Sarah whispered, "Repeat it out loud, Anna." I said clearly, "Hello, can I help you?" The seller smiled and said, "Yes, I would like to buy some apples." I copied, "Yes, I would like to buy some apples." Sarah nodded. "Good, now you try asking." I asked, "How much are the apples?" The seller answered, $3 for 1 kilo. I repeated carefully, $3 for 1 kilo. After the market, we walked along the streets. There were small cafes and shops. A little dog ran past us. I laughed. "What a cute dog," I said. Sarah repeated after me, "What a cute dog." We stopped at a cafe. The aroma of coffee was strong. I ordered a latte. "1 latte, please," I said. The barista replied, "Sure, anything else?" I copied, "Sure, anything else?" We sat at a table outside. The sun was shining, but there was a light breeze. I practiced sentences in my head. "It is a beautiful day. I like the city. I am happy to be here." Sarah smiled. "Let's keep practicing while walking. Look at the people, Anna." Shadow their sentences silently. A small problem. As we walked, I saw a street sign. It was pointing to a museum. I said, "Sarah, do you want to go to the museum?" She nodded. "Yes, let's go." We started walking, but soon we realized we took a wrong turn. We were on the opposite side of the city. I said, "Oh no, we are lost." Sarah laughed nervously. "It's okay, let's ask someone for help." We approached a man walking by. "Excuse me, can you help us find the museum?" I asked. He replied, "Yes, go straight, then turn left at the park. You will see the museum." I repeated silently, "Yes, go straight, then turn left at the park, meeting a stranger." We followed his directions. On the way, we saw a woman struggling with her bags. "Do you need help?" I asked. She smiled and said, "Yes, thank you. I have too many bags." I lifted one bag and carried it for her. Sarah said, "Good job, Anna. You are practicing your English and being kind." I repeated after her, "Good job, Anna. You are practicing your English and being kind." Entering the museum. We finally reached the museum. The building was huge. I could hear people talking and walking inside. "Wow, this is amazing," I said. Sarah nodded. "Yes, let's see the first exhibit." We walked into the main hall. There were paintings and sculptures everywhere. I whispered, "I have never seen so many paintings before." Sarah repeated, "I have never seen so many paintings before." A museum guide approached us. "Hello, can I help you?" he asked. I repeated silently, "Hello, can I help you?" I said, "Yes, we want to see the modern art section." He replied, "Sure, follow me. It is on the second floor." I copied, "Sure, follow me. It is on the second floor. Exploring the modern art section." We went upstairs. The room was quiet. The walls were filled with colorful paintings. Some sculptures were very tall. I said, "This sculpture is so big." Sarah repeated, "This sculpture is so big." We saw a young boy looking lost. I asked, "Are you okay?" He said, "I can't find my parents." I repeated, "I can't find my parents." We stayed with him and called the museum staff. A staff member came quickly. "Thank you for helping him," she said. I repeated, "Thank you for helping him." Lunch break in the museum cafe. After helping the boy, we went to the museum cafe. I ordered a sandwich and water. Sarah ordered coffee. We sat near the window. I said, "It is nice to rest for a little while." Sarah copied, "It is nice to rest for a little while." I practiced some English sentences silently. I am learning English. I am happy. I am brave. Sarah smiled. "Repeat these out loud, Anna." I said clearly, "I am learning English. I am happy. I am brave." A small challenge. After lunch, we decided to see the science exhibit. While walking, I dropped my notebook. "Oh no," I said. Sarah repeated, "Oh no." A young man picked it up and gave it to me. "Here you go," he said. I smiled and said, "Thank you very much." I repeated, "Thank you very much." Sarah whispered, "See, Anna, every day we practice English and also help people." I said, "Yes, helping others is also practicing." I repeated, "Yes, helping others is also practicing." Afternoon adventure. We walked outside the museum. The sun was shining, but clouds were coming. "Look, it might rain soon," I said. Sarah copied, "Look, it might rain soon." We decided to visit the park next. There were children playing and people jogging. "I like this park. It is big and green." Sarah repeated, "I like this park. It is big and green." Suddenly, a little girl dropped her balloon. "Oh no!" she cried. I ran and picked up the balloon. I said, "Here is your balloon." She smiled and said, "Thank you." I copied, "Thank you." Sarah said, "See, Anna, we are practicing English in real situations." I repeated, "We are practicing English in real situations." Finding a hidden bookstore. We walked along the street. I saw a small bookstore. "Sarah, look, a bookstore," I said. Sarah copied, "Look, a bookstore." We went inside. It was quiet and smelled of books. I said, I love the smell of books. Sarah repeated, I love the smell of books. We browsed the shelves. I found a book about traveling in English. I want to read this, I said. Sarah copied, I want to read this. We bought the book and decided to read it in the park. Reading English books helps us learn faster, I said. Sarah repeated, reading English books helps us learn faster. Evening reflection. The sun was setting. We sat on a bench in the park. I said, today was amazing. Sarah repeated, today was amazing. We learned new words, talked to people, and helped others, I continued. Yes, and we practiced shadowing every step, Sarah added. I said, sometimes scary or difficult things happen, but we stay calm and strong. Sarah repeated, sometimes scary or difficult things happen, but we stay calm and strong. I smiled and said, helping others and practicing English makes us stronger and confident.